What's going on, everybody? I'm Tank, and this is another episode of Roadie Reactions.
Get with this.
In today's reaction video, I'm going to be checking out brand new music for the very first time from an artist whose name I know, but I've never actually listened to any of his music before. And recently, our friends from AFM Records reached out to me and were like, hey, you're a guitar tech and you probably know of Gus G. He's got some new music out. You want to check it out? And I was like, should I be embarrassed right now? Because yeah, I'm a guitar tech, but I can't say I'm really familiar with Gus other than the fact that I know that he was the guitar player for Ozzy. But apparently he's got a lot of solo work out and he's been a part of a lot of other bands too. So this might be a mind blower for me. I might be finding out about a guy that's a guitar virtuoso that, even as a guitar tech, I'm just not familiar with. But this could be fun, man. So as always, I will link this original video in the description below. And today, for the very first time ever, I'm checking out Gus G with the brand new music video for his song, Fierce. Let's go. So this guy was the guitar player for Ozzy. But the thumbnail to this video leads me to believe that this is going to be like black metal as f***. Let's see what we get here. Okay, this has to be a parody. Old school tone. Okay, so I assume the guy on the TV is Gus G, unless that's also Gus in the corpse paint. I love the humor in this. This is great. But musically, Shredfest, man. And the tones are great. They're not like over the top. They're very old school. They sound like they're just being ripped out of like old school Marshall tube amps. And I really like that. This is fun, man. I don't know how much gear we're going to get. I hope we get a little more. The stuff on the TV, I did see that he's ripping like a Marshall stack back there. But with music videos, it could be anything. Knowing a guy of his caliber, he's probably got specific endorsement deals with people. So I bet they were placed there for a reason. Guitar-wise, it looked like an Explorer body style. But I couldn't get a like really good look at the actual guitar. So we'll come back to that. I want to start that part over. I'm hearing at least 3 guitar parts going on right now. There's one on the right side of my ear, one on the left side of my ear that's harmonizing, and then a solo. There might be a 4th under there that I'm not hearing well. This is pretty wild. So now that it's switched back to there, he's playing a Jackson Star. And again, going back to the caliber of guitarist that this guy is, I don't know this, I'll have to look it up. I'd be willing to bet he's got a signature guitar from Jackson. That could be a signature model Star that's got his name on it. And Jackson's, man, especially for this old school sound, it's popular, and it's because it is old school. Jackson got started in the 80s after Grover Jackson bought Charvel from Wayne Charvel, and then Randy Rhoads came to them for a guitar, and then Grover Jackson decided to make Randy Rhoads a guitar but put his name on it, so thus started Jackson Guitars. Then in the late 80s, Jackson sold both Charvel and Jackson to IMC, which I believe is the International Music Corporation in Japan. Then they produced all these guitars for a while until Fender bought them in the early 2000s. So Fender actually now owns Jackson and Charvel, as well as a bunch of other stuff too. And then in the background, he's got a Black Star full stack. And Black Star was actually started, I think, about 10 years ago, maybe a little longer. But they're a British company that was started by a bunch of ex-Marshall employees. And Black Star's blowing up, man. And the tone on some of their stuff is ridiculous. On one of the last country tours that I did, we were opening for Luke Bryan, and his guitar player uses Black Star, the loudest, most ripping guitar tone I've ever heard in my entire life on a country tour. It's insane, man. The Black Star stuff is wild. But I guess talking about all that, the point I want to make is that all of these music companies are all intertwined somehow. Somebody has bought somebody else. Somebody now produces for somebody else. It's wild how small the musical industry actually is for gear. Let's continue. Yes. I just realized she's tied up on like a ab crunch machine thing, or like a pull-up bar. Also, I know people are gonna leave me comments, tell me to break down that tiny ass drum kit. I don't know, man. He probably bought it at Toys R Us. Damn. Damn. Is that a Metal Hammer award? So in the background of this part, that's the part where I said there was a bunch of different guitar parts earlier. There's something going on in the background that I can't tell if it's like sweeping on like plucked strings, like partly muted strings, or if it is like some kind of keyboard part. But she looks like she's playing along with that part. It might take me another listen to this to figure out what that actually is, but it's cool. It's a good touch in the background. Let's finish this off. I love that guitar tone. Dude. This is the kind of instrumental stuff that I love. I would rip this all day long. Let's go talk more about this. How I've been a guitar tech and have been working on guitars for so long, and that's the first time I've listened to Gus, that blows my mind. Because it's very apparent he's an insanely highly technically skilled guitar player. But that's the kind of guitar playing I like with guys of this caliber. Rather than just shredding over the top the entire time, there's actually some feel into that. And, you know, I've talked about this on my channel before. There are some guitar players where it's almost too much showing off, too much wanking, if you will. Like, there are some times where I'm watching incredible guitar players just shred, and there becomes a moment in time where I'm like, okay, I get it. You can shred. We can see that. But give me something with some feel, like, you know, and that's what this was. I liked everything about that. And I loved that a lot of the tones were super old school. There wasn't anything super over the top. It's really cool, man. And this song was released as a standalone single like a month ago. So if anybody's interested, I'll drop a link below where you can find out where to stream that and stuff. But I need to go check out some of his other music now because I really, really enjoyed that. So thank you to our friends at AFM Records for bringing this up because now I'm just enamored. I want to learn more about this guy and listen to more. So this will be a fun trip, man. Thank you to everybody that watched, and if this is your first time here, feel free to click subscribe. Subscribing is free, and it helps my channel out a ton. If you liked this video, I would greatly appreciate the like, as it also helps the channel. But if you disliked it, not a problem, man. Thank you so much for your time, but you are free to click dislike if you didn't like it. I'm also on a ton of different social media. I have a Discord, I have a Twitch that I stream on, and if you're interested in any of that, I will throw links in the description below. My handle on everything social media related is @TankTheTech. Thank you so much for watching. I will be back very soon with another episode of Roadie Reactions.